this little capsule. Going up to the top. Up we go. It takes 4 minutes to get to the top. Only 3 minutes to get to the bottom. Trapped in car number 7. And they went to get the mechanic. Scoot in, Lori. Went to get the mechanic. Lori started to panic.
Yes.
And we are stuck in capsule number 7. We have not been to the top of the arch yet. We are at the top of the arch. We just can't get out. So he's explained to us that the mechanics have been called, and it'll just be a moment or two until we get out. All those other people lined up there in the background, yeah, they're going into the arch and they're continuing on with their tour. And we're waiting for a mechanic to get us out of the arch. Fun stuff. We didn't pay extra for this. We got this included in our admission price. Extra time in the capsule. Just exactly what we wanted.
Not.
Have not been up in the arch yet. We were one of the ones that were trapped in the little capsule. So that was an extra 10 minutes in the capsule. They said it only happens about 3 times a week. So we were the special ones. I'm gonna flip the camera around so you can see the other side. And this is out over the Mississippi River, the great muddy Mississippi, and into the state of Illinois. But each of these little windows, you can have pretty much the same view, the same angle. There's a helicopter at the bottom here that is landing on a helicopter pad, and there is a riverboat cruise, which is part of the national park system as well. And you look straight down and you can see the shadow of the arch. Pretty cool. So they give you about 20 minutes up at the top, and you can use the whole time, or you can just use whatever time that you would like. Then you can exit and go to the bottom. Very top of the arch, which is 630 feet up in the air. And we just watched the movie, which is a documentary called Monument, Building the Arch. And so we're looking out over this side to the west is downtown St. Louis, and off to this side is into the state of Illinois across the Mississippi River. So if you look out the windows, it's quite a scene because these are tilted at an angle, these little windows, where you look down the 630 feet or 63-story building from the top of the arch. So I'm going to put the camera on so you can kind of get a view of both sides. Let's start with the St. Louis side, which is on the west. And you look through these little windows, and there's downtown St. Louis, and that is the Old Courthouse, where the Dred Scott case was tried. And of course, this is 630 feet, but you can look straight down. That's the plaza and the entry to the museum. There's the interstate that the mall goes across over to the courthouse, which is actually part of the national park. And as I said before, this was a national monument until 2018. And then the president at the time, Mr. Trump, yes, he made this a national park. I'm not quite sure if I agree that this should be a national park, but it is one of our 63 national parks. So it makes it interesting. I haven't been here until since 40 years ago when I was in high school. I'm having my 40th class reunion this weekend, my high school class reunion. So I thought I brought my sisters, Vicky and Lori, to see the arch. Vicky had at the Gateway Arch National Park, and I'm at the museum. The museum is a really cool exhibit of the 5 different sectors, and you cross over back and forth across the sections, and it tells the earliest period, which is when St. Louis first started along the Mississippi, when the French came up and were fur trading,
all the way until the very end when they have built this arch. So it's a pretty cool museum. You get a chance to come to the Gateway Arch National Park Museum, which is in the underneath between the 630 feet of the base, north base and south base of the arch. This museum is phenomenal. I'd say it's one of the best museums in the national park system. This is just some of the exhibits. There's 5 separate sections of this, and it is really well done and well laid out. It's amazing. We just watched a little, actually joined a ranger that was giving us a tour of the tram system that was developed by Eero Saarinen, or actually by Bowser. Bowser was the one that designed the tram system. Eero Saarinen was the one that designed the actual arch. It won that competition, but that was going on next door. It was kind of interesting. It's Bowser's 101st birthday, so they're having a ranger-led program to explain about that. But this is a great museum. If you are in the area of St. Louis, Missouri, and you want to take a look at an amazing museum that's here with all kinds of different little artifacts and different sections of the history of St. Louis, as well as the Gateway Arch and how it was designed. This is a great museum, and it's at the base underneath between the 630 feet from each of the legs of the arch here in St. Louis. Whatever you're doing today, get out and enjoy the great outdoors just like I and my sisters Vicki and Lori are.